Situational leadership is a pretty common leadership style, as well as a pretty strong one too. Now, there's a lot of theories and definitions surrounding it. However, we're going to keep it simple here, and here's my definition for situational leadership. And that is leaders knowing when and how to change their approach to team members and situations without using too much of a one-size-fits-all approach. My name is Michael Klukas, also known as KES, and I help teams and leaders improve their life and careers through keeping everything simple. And I have to say, I like situational leadership quite a bit, so let's dive into that. This is a style of leadership that's designed for flexibility. So while other styles have a bit more of a defined approach, so autocratic, you have to make the final call. Democratic style, you are trying to gather everyone's opinions. With situational leadership, you are molding yourself to fit the problem or fit the interaction to the best of your ability. Because sometimes making a brisk final decision without consulting anybody can make your team feel unheard. And other times, gathering everyone's opinions and thoughts before you make a decision runs you the risk of going past a deadline, because it's very time consuming. And because no procrastination and waiting until the night before to do all your work for a big project doesn't really work in the professional field or in the actual working field. At least in my experience, it doesn't. So I don't recommend it. As the world changes and as we grow more and more connected, we have to understand the ability to adapt and be flexible. And this is because we know we might be working with someone in another city, in another state, even in another country. And having that flexible approach is one piece that makes this style so effective for teams and businesses. And a second piece that makes this useful to teams is that you can build stronger relationships. This is a simple and kind of odd explanation. Let's say you have a cookie. I'll use my personal favorite, oatmeal raisin. Now, I know someone's going to have an issue with that because they're going to say it's an old person cookie. However, I think it's delicious. And as I said, I think it's delicious. However, I also know that there's a majority of people that don't agree with me. In understanding that difference, if I have two cookies, I would probably offer the person a chocolate chip cookie or something like a snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle. And that'd be an example of me adjusting my actions accordingly to someone else's preferences, and that comes from understanding them and having a better relationship with them. So moving this into the workplace, if you are adjusting what you do to someone else's benefit, then right there, +1 gratitude. If you are consistently taking actions that show your team that you were trying to get to know them, trying to better understand them and how they work best, then +1 charisma. By using a situational style of leadership, you are not only building goodwill with your team by using styles that more easily match up with them, you are helping them become more integrated with the team and learning how to work better with you. Third piece of what makes this style so useful is a result of the goodwill that you will build using it, along with your improved understanding of your team. And that is you learn how to more effectively empower and motivate your team. By choosing when and how you lead and how you react, you're able to more effectively, again, pair up a style with a certain team member and avoid that kind of one-size-fits-all approach, because everyone is inherently different in some way. And because no two people are exactly the same, not even twins, the more you're able to find how someone works best, the more you're able to create those types of environments that bring out the best of their abilities and what they can do. The ability to switch takes the most practice and is the most dependent on experience. Some people may have a more natural ability to swap between styles to meet the needs of someone else. However, experience is king, and that will help you be able to do so more accurately and more effectively consistently over time. So not only then does this increase efficiency, if team members are feeling heard, your instructions are clear, you're able to sell them on the mission and the vision as to why they do what they do, you can empower them so much more than if they just understood what you were saying but didn't have any true ownership of why it was so important. And the added thing that makes this interesting, or this style of leadership, is when your team sees you adjusting and being flexible and adapting to situations and problems that will definitely arise at some point or another, you are leading by example. You are showing how to be level-headed. You're showing how to be result-oriented as well as growth-oriented, and that you want to build and how to build a strong working environment as well as a good team and company culture. You do have to be careful using the style, however, because short-term solutions and actions that you take can run counter or opposite of long-term business objectives or business strategies. So you have to find some type of balance between the short term and the long term. This style also takes a lot of work up front, but then it's a continual process of learning and understanding, because not only will you benefit the most from understanding who you are as an individual, as a leader, as a team member, but then also understanding how you work best, because you have to be able to learn consistently about other people, other cities, other states, other countries, to be able to continue to push forward with a flexible mindset and to be able to work better with them and better with others by adapting to them and to the situation. And that just comes with time, practice, and a continued desire to want to learn and grow. And be sure you guys check out my video on the autocratic leadership style to learn more about that one. Keeping everything simple, thank you so much for watching this video. Have an amazing day, and I will see you all in the next one.